Revolt. Why do I say revolt? And against who and what? The Hoovers, that's J. Edgar Hoover, a fiendish, assassinating, murdering, grand theft artiste, and the Bushes, who then formed the King George because they said they were connected to royalty, so they should govern here. Have a King George. Back years ago, they would say queer. Now they say queen. The King George, Queen Hoover, hypocrisy, not democracy, hypocrisy. They have and are using genocide against those that would somehow either be the leader, one of the leaders, and replace them. So they have, by force, what Lincoln said. If those type of corrupt take over the government, which they have, and they do it openly, and they attack your family, because they attack you, you're probably a reasonable, strong man with reasonable, strong will, and can defend yourself. But if they attack your family who is unaware, day after day, month after month, year after year, they get where they can get one or more of your family members where they can't take it anymore and they'll explode. It's only natural. To who? Well, against who's closest to them. And therefore, and they'll say, see, we got a tape of what his son thinks of him. How does that change the true facts that they experimented my brother to death, and at least one girl they showed me, and others. There's Colleen Rowley with her true facts, and one MD died, and they suspect he was murdered off by the Hooverists. So I have defined what a Hooverist is by presidential decision. The president's decision was that Hoover was a cocksucker. Now, he's saying that because it's literally and figuratively. I don't say literally they are, but figuratively, if it's a classification, that's what they are. They are fiendish, immoral, and they're criminally insane, following faggot cocksuckers. I said I wouldn't say the word. This is Preacher Doc. Gotta be, I say, you're over 21 to watch my tapes. I've said that. Said I wouldn't say the word, so pardon me. They're following faggot CSs. But a situation occurred in which they probably taped me being insulted and all kinds of names, unbelievable. Like how they're doing it is they spin my grandson around in a psychic situation, which spins my son around. Besides all he's got to do, sometimes working all night, all he's got to do to help his son, until it's just too much, and he will then explode. And where and to who? To, of course, me. Now, what is then what I must say, I'm forced to say? It don't make me look good. And do you think I want to spend my time having these kind of tapes instead of having my honors and my money and being able to have my church and as a preacher is my main interest, right? Come on. Who do they think they're fooling? They're, again, at a psychic level playing with themselves. They have become masturbating experts, Hoovers. That's what it is. No matter what tape you hear, no matter what they have become masturbating Hoovers experts. And this now, as far as in psychic situations, I'm forced to say that it is true that their psychiatrist, and Hoover had a psychiatrist, and their psychologist, Hoover had a psychologist, those that are in their circle of what to do, especially in psychic, you get psychic situations. It is true that most psychiatrists see psychiatrists. That's a true fact. Do you understand what I'm saying? Psychiatrists are the most that see other psychiatrists. And at that, where they have to do things illegal and corrupt and fiendishly, obviously, it must be a hell of mess in this corroded, corrupt, what we have of Hoovers. It does not change what they taught me, and that is the one leg at the top. As things are being done bad, has the blackest ass. It does not change that the way to do it is to honor and give me some of my money back. The Xerox Corporation is still the Xerox invention, and the Xerox company, now corporation, is technically still mine. The laser beam, obviously, I put forward the laser beam Act. A lot of kids from electromagnetic radiation, my original work. So we have them what? Where I have to put on this video to say that they're psychiatrists and psychologists. With their knowing they're violating the Constitution and doing things corrupt and doing things fiendishly, they must be really in a lost situation, because it's a true fact that psychiatrists are the ones who mostly see other psychiatrists. And that's what they've proven by what they force into a personal hassle, that I know what my grandson basically is, and I certainly know my son, who has helped save my life and helped save me. I know who and how great a man he is. But this is where I have to say the true facts. They are phony, immoral, fiendish, following faggot CSs. That's what they are. And when you get into as far as psychic, Hooverism, they're in a hell of a condition because they are either they're out of control, and they try to force that on the family members to spin you around. But who are they fooling? A man in the military doesn't listen to any of that. A man in science doesn't listen to any of that. A man in history doesn't listen to any of that. A man even in political science says, wow, you know. But he don't really listen to that. He has to be at a functioning level to lead his people up and forward. You understand? Up and forward is the proper way, and that's the way they're doing it. But in the Obama corrupt administration, they're going to keep practicing genocide and use psychic twists. You can imagine the mentality in that upper group of the crackpots who maybe are on drugs or something because they are hopelessly losers to the august body that exists. This is reality. The august body exists, and people are getting better educated and obtaining self-rule, self-governments. And so I say, you better believe, old Doc. I tell it like it is, and I say to those who realize it, those are the true facts. Thank you.